first pick.
Alrighty, welcome to another episode of On the Clock. I'm Jared Perkins. Monty Taylor's filling in for Tyler Jennings. We got an awesome guest with us today, RJ Austin out of Vanderbilt. RJ, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Good. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us. We've been really following your journey through your entire time at Vanderbilt, through your college baseball career. But just for the viewers who don't know you, take us through your journey through amateur baseball and kind of how you've gotten to where you are today.
Yeah, my name is RJ Austin. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Attended Vanderbilt University, and my journey through baseball I've just been loving the game ever since I was 4 years old. Growing up in the city, there's not many places where you can play, but I always found a way to get on the field or get somewhere with my dad to go hit, to go throw, get some ground balls in, get some fly balls. It's always been doing that. Just growing up in Atlanta has just been a lot of fun for me because there's a lot of passion for the game in that city. So not really too much with that. 6'4", I played with that summer ball team for most of my high school years, and I played with Marquise Grissom. If you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
He's a great big leaguer. I played for his team also. So growing up in Atlanta, I played for different numbers of teams.
I love that. Now that you've been at Vanderbilt for a couple of years, kind of talk about what led you to committing to Vanderbilt, wanting to go to Vanderbilt, and just the experience you've had there so far.
Yeah, I mean, Vanderbilt is a school where we have the history of national champions. Corbin's a great coach, great at developing players, and he's also a guy that develops guys great mentally and get guys mature. And that was something I want to be a part of. And the Vanderbilt academics is second to none in the SEC. It's not even close. And I'm really big with academics. I love school. I love everything about it, and love going to classes, meeting new people, and just learning new things, and growing my mind a little bit. So, I mean, Vanderbilt was the perfect place for me to come.
I love that. What are you majoring in?
I'm double majoring in sociology and communications.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I was a sociology major for a while when I was an undergrad. It's just some of those classes are just awesome.
Yeah, because they're different. So it's like you kind of get something different in all the classes.
Love it. Monty, I'll turn over to you.
Yeah, you come from an athletic family. Your dad played for the Bears, cornerback. You had cousins that played baseball, one in the Astros organization. How has coming from an athletic family helped you to get to where you are today, and how does it continue to help you?
I mean, it just kept me around the park, obviously. My big cousins, they play all the time. They're really great talent. So, I went to go watch their games all the time. I practiced with them, even though I was way younger than them. I go out there and practice with them, try to get better. And just watching them brought me more fun to the game. My dad playing in the NFL. I mean, he's been to the top, during his athletic career. So, I mean, I get all the advice from him. And, he's been pushing me with baseball, obviously. He wanted to play baseball when he was younger, but he felt like he wasn't good enough, and he felt like football was the way to go. But, I mean, he ran a 4.3 in the 40, so there is no way he's playing baseball. So, he's pushing me, and he know what it takes. So he pushed me to that extra level I need to go, and I thank him for that.
I love that. The one thing I wanted to touch on, talk a little bit about your versatility on the field, right? Like you basically have played every position at Vanderbilt, just kind of have that unique ability to just go to a position and already just really be successful and have it played at a high level. So talk about a little bit of that part of your game.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's baseball.
Yeah.
People are going to want you to play any position, and I don't want to be a guy where if somebody's better than me at one position, you only play shortstop, well, we have a better shortstop than you. It's like I want to be better at all positions. I want to help the team win no matter how I can. So being able to play every position is the biggest part I take into my game. I take ground balls too, even if I'm not working in the infield, because I never know when I can get plugged in the infield or not. Still taking fly balls, so I never know when I can get plugged in the outfield if I'm playing the infield. So at the end of the day, it's just playing baseball and you got to go catch the ball and make a play, and that's what I want to do. So if that's at any position, that's what I want to do. So I take big pride in that, and if it's going to help the team win, I'll do it 100% every day.
I love that. I love that mindset. The other question I have for you too is you had some awesome experiences this summer in the Cape and a few other places. Talk about some of the things that you learned over the summer, the relationships you got to build, and kind of how those are really kind of helping you into the 2025 season.
Yeah, for sure. USA was my first stop this summer after the season, and that was a blessing to be a part of, represent the country. And, you know, having 3 other Vanderbilt brothers there with me, that was a blessing also. And, you know, just going there and competing with the best of the best, you know, playing against another team, wearing the USA across my chest. I mean, that's once in a lifetime opportunities. And, you know, I just soaked in all the fun. I made great relationships with players from other schools, and it was just a bunch of fun to be around. And all the guys on the team were great. So it was just like, it was just a blessing to be there. I had a bunch of fun, played great baseball, and you know, USA obviously is different. It's different in the USA for sure. But the Cape, that's also a great experience. You're playing against the best of the best with wood bats, so you know that's kind of telling you who's going to be the best guys, and you know, go out there and compete. You know, that's the biggest thing I wanted to do. So this summer I went in there, just taking one game at a time and just trying to win every game because why are you playing baseball if you're not trying to win? You're just trying to get there, get better at the same time, but winning is the main priority for me.
I love it. I know Monty's got some questions related to the Cape, but had one question related to USA Collegiate. We've interviewed a couple of your teammates from that, and they said there was a huge ping pong tournament. Were you involved in that ping pong tournament?
I was not. I'm not very.
Yeah, I'd be the same way.
I never played it growing up, so people beat me to you know, getting good at it. So I just like, you know, left it alone.
Yeah, I never touched it.
I've heard Drew Burris is insane on the ping pong circuit with the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Burris talked a lot of mess too. Yeah, he's that's my guy though. He's good at ping pong, good at baseball, but yeah, he got pretty competitive with it.
Yeah, you know, speaking of Drew Burris, he was also your teammate up at the Cape. You guys ended up winning the regular season title basically with the record you guys had. For about a week or so, you guys had like a murderer's row lineup where it was Burris, you, Aloy, Martinez, Petri, and then Carmichael. I mean, what was that kind of like? Were you guys as excited as like somebody like me was watching, knowing that you had an all-star lineup up in the Cape? I mean, those lineups are already really deep, but what you guys had there was a really special one for about a week before people started having to go home.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that's special. Those 6 names, those are all great players. They're all great teammates also. So, I mean, it was great guys to be around those guys, and we're all hitting BP in the same group. So, you know, I'm learning things from everybody. I'm asking Drew, what's his approach at the box? Petri, I'm asking him, how does he hit home runs every time he gets up there, pretty much. Lloyd was really, really hot. I was asking him what felt good on his swings. I mean, everybody, you know, on my team, they're great players, and I wanted to learn from them and, you know, see their process and see how they got better, and just trying to be there for them when they needed it, and they're just being a great teammate and, you know, loving them. So, I mean, that was a great lineup, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of.
I love that. That kind of segues into my next question because I really like to focus on the human beings outside the players on the field. And you can kind of see some of your personality, like you really focus on the relationships you get to build in the game and those kind of things. So what are some of your passions away from baseball? What are some things like to do with those relationships that you build that really kind of help you separate from your performances on the field?
Yeah. Well, number one, we have to go with video games.
Yeah.
NCAA, no matter who you ask, I'm better than anybody that you know. I play it too much not to be good at it. I play it pretty much every day. But video games, that's a big thing I like to do. It's just, I mean, hanging out with friends, obviously. I'm a big music guy too. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm listening to music. Whether that's doing homework, if I'm hitting the cage, if I'm studying, even though you're not supposed to study with sound on, focus, but I have ADHD, so I kind of have to keep the music going. But those are the things I kind of take pride in outside of the baseball field.
I love it. Are you going full dynasty mode in the NCAA?
I have like 6 different dynasties. Vanderbilt, I was taking Vanderbilt to SEC championship the first year. The third year I won a natty, so you know we're getting Vanderbilt football out there.
I love
There we
it.
go.
Before we get into rapid fire questions, Monty, you got any other ones that you want to get to?
Yeah, you guys brought in a new coach from Duke, Ty Blankmeyer. How has he been, you know, at helping you guys, and what's he bringing to the program?
Man, Ty is the guy. He was a great addition to the coaching staff. We already had a great one, but adding Ty, man, it's a blessing to have him. You know, he has a smile on his face all day. He's willing to work with anybody, any time of the day, and like I've never seen the infielders look so clean as they do now. You know, we've always known for having clean infielders, but Ty, man, he knows a lot about baseball, and you can see it, and he takes pride in it every day. He's on the guys. He's a fun guy to be around, but if you mess up, he's gonna let you know. But at the same time, man, he does it out of love. So I mean, Ty, that's my guy. I joke with him all the time because he wants me to stay in the infield, but you know, some in the outfield, sometimes in the infield. But you know, we all joke around all the time. But man, Ty's my guy, and he was a great addition, and he's gonna make our team better this year for sure.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, kind of building off of that, what are some of the expectations for you for Vanderbilt for 2025 season and for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the one and only goal I have and the team have is win a national championship. I don't want to leave Vanderbilt without having a national championship. When I first got recruited here, the first thing that came out of my mouth is I want to win a national championship. And I know Corbs, you know, he's been there, he's done that. So, you know, I want to be that type of player that goes out there and, you know, helps the team win a national championship. So that's my one and only goal for the season this year.
I love it. We're going to go into some rapid fire questions because it's on the clock. Just some more fun based questions to throw at you. So first one is, what's the go-to food spot for you at Vanderbilt?
I got to go with either Cane's or Chick-fil-A. Those two.
Okay. What's K's?
Cane's is like.
Oh, Cane's. Sorry.
No Canes.
Yeah. Yep. I know what Cane's is. I thought you said K's at first. I was like, what? I've never heard that.
You can't go wrong with the franchise chicken places. Like, they're so good.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah. What's a favorite sport outside of baseball?
Football.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
I like college football better though because it's more explosive plays that happen. College football.
Yeah.
Being
Love
in that
it.
is pretty different.
Favorite home run you've hit so far?
My favorite home run, man, honestly, I want to say, yeah, my freshman year, we were playing against Ole Miss, and it was 1-0 game. It's a pretty tight game. I think it was the 6th or 7th inning, and I hit a home run, you know, to put us up 4-0, and it was kind of that tone setter that was like, oh yeah, the game's over with now. Like, we kind of put it on our neck afterwards. We scored more runs after that, so I feel like that was one of my favorite ones.
I love it. Next question I've been asking every guy. This one's going to be a little bit different for you because I've been asking people what their Mount Rushmore is for their position, but you kind of play everywhere. So what's the Mount Rushmore of like 4 MLB guys that you just kind of look up to and try to watch video of or film of?
I mean, one, Ronald Acuna. Like, he's I've ever seen play the sport, and he's just talented, and it's a lot of fun watching him play.
Are you a Braves fan from being from Atlanta?
Yeah, of course, always. Grow up loving the Atlanta Braves, always.
Love that.
Just all time or just like now?
Can be all time, whatever you want it to be.
Pete Rose. I mean, he played the game at 1,000 miles per hour. Jackie Robinson, obviously, one of the greatest players. I kind of love watching his old film. Barry Bonds, he was ridiculous. Like that. That's something you never see ever again. And last, this is probably on nobody's Mount Rushmore, but Anderson Simmons. He played for the Braves for a little bit, and his glove at shortstop, that is just one of the most special things.
That was one of the best gloves to watch for a long time.
I was younger. It was just like I would literally sit in class, look up Anderson Simmons' defense highlights, and I just sit there and just watch them.
I love that. That's awesome. Last question that we ask and wrap up with is, what's the potential walk-up song for 2025? You got a lot of time though.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite artist is Lil Baby, so he'll probably drop an album, and I probably have to go something from the album. But right now, it's still gonna be the same one from last year, "Light It Up" by Young Thug. That's just one of the that just feel like that brings the energy into the ballpark. So I feel like "Light It Up" by Young Thug. That's what I got to go with right now.
I love it. RJ, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to join us on the Clock. We're wishing you nothing but success as you kind of go into 2025 in both baseball and life, man. So appreciate you taking the time to come on. I know you all are really busy. So
yeah, of course. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.